Well, Venezuela is in a very difficult situation nowadays, as it is well known. Perhaps the best way to understand what has happened is to make a rapid comparison to 10 years ago. 10 years ago, 2007, Venezuela was a country where Chavez had proposed a direct democracy, frequent elections. Inflation was high, close to 30%, but nevertheless there were oil resources, there were subsidies, there were price controls, and there was an ideological plan of promoting socialism of the 21st century, which started with nationalizations of big, important economic sectors. In 2007, also the Chavez Revolution, as it was called, had an enormous influence in Latin America, and it has influenced political parties in South America. It was beginning to finance the supply of oil to small countries in the Caribbean. It had resources, it has an oil diplomacy. Nowadays, we have a country where the nationalized companies are producing between 10 and 30% of what they used to produce. The private sector has been reduced. Access to foreign exchange is limited, which have influence in a reduction of the supply of food, medicines, scarcity. Inflation, although it's not published monthly or estimate from extraofficial data from the central bank, is last year it was between 700 and 800%. It's a situation that continues to deteriorate. And in terms of politics, instead of frequent elections, we have now Maduro avoiding elections and proposing a constitutional amendment, a constitutional reform, a full-scale constitutional assembly to improve what they used to call the perfect constitution. So we have a major political, economic, social crisis. Only 10 years after Chavez and his revolution was promoting some kind of hopes of a different way of handling a market economy, proposing a socialist economy, and a different way of handling the liberal democracy with direct democracy. And now we have a more authoritarian regime and a really sad and disastrous situation.